Mid-size pickup trucks have become popular over the last few years, and this is a redesigned Chevy Colorado. I borrowed this truck from Jerry Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. It is available. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see some of the options on this build. At the very top are all the specs and colors for this truck, and be sure to pause it for the standard equipment. It's a short listing here. Base price is $40,200, and here are all the options on this Colorado. You have that Z71 convenience package, and it has a lot of nice features in it, and then the black emblems. Destination is $1595 with a total price of $43,615. For the amount of money that these Colorados cost, I think this is a perfect price point if you're looking at a full-size pickup truck with the shorter cabs. Now on the Colorado, it has a really sporty appearance up front. You can see right here you have this black trim piece, you have a dark gray trim piece down below, and you have the painted bumpers, LED headlights, high and low beam, and fog lights. Your turn signals are right here, and you have an accent light that comes on right here. Has a nice presence on the road. And there's not a lot of chrome. The only chrome you see is just around this emblem and your Z71 badge right here. No forward facing camera, so it's not going to have 360. You have the red recovery hooks down below. And then here's just a better look at those fog lights. A really aggressive front end. And then off to the side, you guys will see the 18-inch wheels. And they are wrapped in a all-terrain tire. It's a 265/65/18. And then here is the tire capacity right here, 2,601 pounds. Max PSI is 51. Independent front suspension. So even though this is a Z71, they don't give you a off-road suspension on this truck. I do like how it has the black logos and emblems on the side too here. Black mirror caps. Painted door handles, so you're gonna have smart key on the front doors. Really nice design, and I like the overall wheel design too. They give you that Z71 badge on the bed, and then this is where you're gonna fill up at. And then here's that rear suspension, so you're gonna have 4 leaves in the main pack. Fabric material for the wheel well, and they give you steps right back here too. Black painted bumpers, and then you do have an assisted tailgate. This storage was actually optional, surprisingly. It is waterproof too, and this one does have 400 watts of power. You have your tie downs in the bed as well. Manual sliding glass there. Now on your tail lights, they're going to be incandescent bulbs, so no LED. Backup cameras right there. And it showed that this was an option too. Now you guys can see you don't have a 4 and 7 pan, and there is no hitch out back. Your spare tires right there. Should be a Steely 342 rear end. Now here's just a better look at the color with the sun. One thing I like about this 4-cylinder engine is how much power it has. You ready for this? 310 horsepower. Comes on around 5,600 RPMs and 430 pound-feet of torque, which comes on around 3,000. Now this is pretty overbuilt. It is going to have a more rigid cylinder block casting and 30% stiffer crankshaft. Also, they're using a fully forged bottom end, and this does kind of resemble what you would see on a diesel engine as well. Diesels have to be more durable compared to gasoline engines, and they built this engine more durable, which is why they use it in the Chevy Silverados that can tow close to like 10,000 pounds, right? 8-speed transmission, and as I said earlier, 342. Although the Z71 is the highest trim level until you get to, of course, the Extreme Off-Road ZR2, it does have a more sportier vibe compared to like the Denali from GMC with the Canyon. Soft touch here, you can see some of that red stitching. Power windows, power door locks, power outside mirrors. You have a 10-way seat. This was an option, by the way, on the window sticker, right? And look at the materials. You have like this cloth material for the center here. Really nice design, more of that red on the seat there. Those headrests do adjust up and down. telescoping steering wheel, which was an option surprisingly. And then check out the overall design on the dash here. A lot of hard plastics, I will point that out. Bottle holder and a little bit of storage in the side of the door. No grab handle, but this truck doesn't sit that high off the ground, which is nice. Stepping inside, you guys will notice that there's not a lot of buttons around the interior right here. You just have one to adjust the screen brightness, but they put a lot of the controls into this screen. Push button starts right there, and you do have some of your buttons here on the steering wheel too. You have an 11-inch screen there, another 11-inch screen on this side here, and let's go ahead and kind of go through some of the features you have. So you can pretty much change the setup with this button right here. They also give you the navigation for this screen too. And then here's another design for the screen. I like that they give you different setups for this. It's really nice that they do this, and then you have like a nice screen here for some of your pitch and roll, your gauges right there, and it shows you your steering angle and what gear you're in for your four-wheel drive system. There are buttons on the back of the steering wheel for like your volume and to change your stations too, so just keep that in mind. As far as this goes, you guys can see you have heated seats, dual climate control. You don't have the 360 camera view as you would normally see like on like the ZR2 basically. And if you push this button above here, you guys can see some of your lighting controls there. And as I said earlier, if you push this button here, here's some of the controls you would normally see outside the screen. So you can lock out the windows there, you can go to the cameras, your hill descent controls inside of there, fog lights. So a lot of nice features. I do like that because it does clean up the interior, but it could be a little cumbersome for some people. Let's keep moving on. They also have off-road pages here. So some of the stuff you saw in this screen can be moved over to here if you are doing some more hardcore off-roading. They do give you multiple drive modes, and you can see here, this is how you control your four-wheel drive system. So you have 4 low, 4 high, and you even have automatic too. So if you twist this counterclockwise, you guys will see you have a normal mode, off-road, tow haul, terrain, and then it pretty much goes back to normal. Okay, electronic parking brake, 2 USBs. You can put all the windows down with this button. Auto stop start, caution lights, lane keep assist, and then you have an auxiliary hook up here if you want to add like some lights to the truck. They put the vents low here. You can see more of that red stitching with the trim pieces there. I want to show you guys too, the vehicle status here is where I was just at. If you go to like the engine, for example, they show you some of the temperatures. I like that they do this. They don't even do this for the HDs, by the way, but they do it for this truck, which is kind of interesting. And in order to control your trip information, you have to do it over here versus over this screen here. So just keep that in mind. But wireless chargers right there, I forgot to point that out. Here's some of your cup holders. Center console is wrapped in a soft material, more of that red stitching. And then this is a removable tray. And you have a 12-volt power outlet inside of here. Here's the passenger side seat. A little bit of storage down below. This is not assisted, by the way, either. And you guys can see they don't give you like LED lighting for the interior, which is kind of interesting. Here is your vanities. You have lights on both sides and that mirror. Let's go ahead and check out the rear. Here's the rear. Another bottle holder there. It is pretty tight in the rear. They don't give you a ton of storage under the seat, but you can probably put a few things out back if you need. You use this handle to put the seat down, 60/40 bench. There's no armrests in the center here. Air vents, cup holders, and they give you 2 USBs. You have a Type C and a Type A. Seat back pocket only on that passenger seat. And let's go ahead and check out the payload on this truck. So here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating is going to be 3,500 pounds. The rear is 3,600 pounds with a gross vehicle weight rating of 6,250 pounds. Wheels are 18 by 8.5. And then here's your payload, 1,555 pounds. So not a bad payload number for this truck. But I hope you guys liked the video. This truck is available here at Jerry Seiner. So if you would like to purchase it, be sure to reach out to their sales team. Ask for Keith. And I'll see you guys soon.